Happy finally Friday. Woo so close. Bryan Woo walked the first two batters he faced in New York last night. Then he retired the next 20 batters in a row, throwing a no-hitter through 7 innings. Jazz Chisholm broke up the no-hit bid in the 8th, and then Seattle's world collapsed. Seattle was up 5-0 before the Yankees scored 3 in the 8th, 2 in the 9th, and walked it off in the 10th to win 6-5.
Line through the left side, touches down, base hit. Raley is in to score. Cole Young drives in the game's first run. Firm base hit to left, and it's 1-0 Mariners early. Line through the right side, base hit. RBI knock for Miles Mastrobuoni. Canzone scores from third. That's a big run tacked on here in the 4th inning. 2-0 Mariners.
Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, hit high, deep right field. This is gonna go. It is gone bye-bye Jorge Polanco. A 3-run home run. He breaks it open. It's 5-0 Mariners. The big swing they've been looking for tonight. Jorge Polanco going yard.
This is shot out to center. Julio gliding back right there to make the catch. A quick 7th for Bryan Woo, blanking the Yankees in the Bronx.
Bryan Woo has retired 20 in a row, hanging zeros against the New York Yankees.
There's a base hit for Chisholm to break up the no-hitter.
You know, we actually tapped Chisholm on the way by. He hit a pretty good pitch. There's been 8 no-hitters thrown against the Yankees in their history.
And the Mariners is an organization that had 6 no-hitters.
Even gets beat up hitting now. It's not only behind the plate.
Fly ball left field. Rosarena makes the catch. Tagging is Jazz Chisholm. The throw home not in time. It's a sac fly for Wells. The shutout is also lost, and now it's 5-1 Seattle. And now they'll send up Giancarlo Stanton to pinch hit for Vivas. Hoping Stanton runs into one and cuts the lead to 2. That one's drilled deep to right center field. On the run, Rodriguez on the track, turning, looking, see ya! A pinch hit, 2-run home run for Stanton, and the Yankees have pulled to within 2. The runners will go, 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. That's gonna tie the game. The Yankees have come all the way back. It's 5-5 on the big 2-run single by Austin Wells. The 1-1. High fly ball. Center field, tagging Volpe. The catch is made. Here comes Volpe. Here's the throw. Here's the play. He's safe. Yankees win. A sac fly by Judge. Yankees win 6-5. From no hit to no way. They come all the way back to win it and sweep Seattle.
Wow, what a comeback. And you know they're going to take a look at this play, Michael, and make sure.
And the challenge is not successful because of this great slide by Volpe and a walk-off sac fly by Aaron Judge. What a sweep for the Yanks.
To go from a potential no-hitter through 7 innings, leading 5-0, and then give it all away, devastating. We'll see how the Mariners respond. They head for Detroit to take on the best team in the American League. Game 1 today underway. It's only available on Apple TV Plus, and maybe that's a good thing. Houston had a travel day yesterday after being swept by Cleveland. The Athletics beat the Braves 11 innings, 5-4. Texas claimed an 11-4 win over the Angels as those two teams continue to flip-flop for 3rd place in the American League West. AppleSox losing streak finally ended last night at 8 games after an 8-5 win over Kamloops. It began to feel like Wenatchee might never win again, but the Sox scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and the offense came alive. Andrew Monson pitched 4 2/3 middle innings for the win. Avery Cooper and Jackson Dodd had the call on the AppleSox radio network.
Madriaga delivers a line drive down the right field line, fair ball. Martinez scores. Madriaga on his horse. He's hustling for 3. Ball's throw, cut off by Hornback. No relay to third on a head-first slide on a triple by Madriaga, and the Sox have an early lead in the bottom of the first. It's 1-0.
Named Tavia Dixon. Victim is 3'0" tall, weighs 50 pounds, has black hair and brown eyes. Last seen wearing orange shorts and orange zipper jacket.
Yeah. As there's a swing. High fly, left field. Rico will retire he dropped it off the heel of his glove. Ponganiban scores all the way from first on the error by Joey Rico, and it's 4-0 Sox. First offering to him. Hard grounder to the third. Blocked by Zenacassi. He throws the first, gets the out, but Rico does score from the ground out by Evan Cloyd. 2-1 pitch, soft liner. One hopped over to shortstop Drew Schmidt. He collects it, throw down to home plate. Kyle Ponganiban scores after that ground out by Izzy Madriaga. Here's the pitch. Change-up swing, ground ball down the first base line. Stepped on the bag by Drinkles. He collects head first slide by Senko, and he puts his left paw in on the plate before the tag by Burke, and he scores, and the Sox lead by a score of 7-4. You still look great for your age. You still look great for your age. 2-1. Swing, ground ball up the middle of the center field for a base hit. Chong rounding third. He scores. Snapback throw to second by Clark. And Martinez sticks his right foot on the bag in time. It is a RBI single by Evan Cloyd, and the Sox lead by 4. It's 8-4 Wenatchee. The 1-0. Fastball, swing a chopper, charging over to second. Madriaga has it. The throw to first in time. At long last, the streak is over. The Sox win by a final score of 8-5.
Yeah, a little different. There was an Amber Alert during some of that play-by-play there on radio. Wenatchee heads for Nanaimo to face the Night Owls in the first of 3 games. That'll be tonight at 6:35. You can listen for the call with Jackson Dodd on Sunny FM. Nanaimo comes into tonight's game after winning an 11-inning marathon last night over Kelowna 6-5. Bellingham shut out Edmonton 3-zip. Ridgefield got by Corvallis 4-2. Walla Walla clocked Cowlitz 6-0. Marion Berries blanked Bend 3-zip, and Springfield beat Yakima Valley 10-6. Going to be a loud weekend up at Fancher Heights in East Wenatchee. Wenatchee Valley Super Oval featuring Thunder in the Valley this weekend with one of the largest open wheel showcases on the West Coast. WVSO manager Jeremy Andrews says a class that hasn't been here for a decade makes its return.
We're bringing back the Speed Tour Super Modifieds. They haven't been back at this track for 22 years.
Wow.
If you heard my ad, I describe them as they are bad beep race cars, and I can't say it on here, but they are really cool. It's like if you took a sprint car and you mixed it with like an Indy car. They're really low to the ground, big wings on them, stuff like that. The last time they were here is back in the mid-2000s. The first time they were here back in like 2001, I think it was 2000. It was fresh after the track. It got repaved back then, and they were going for an all-time track, or actually an all-time world record at that time. They were in the 9-second bracket. Don't think we'll see a 9-second lap this weekend, but we could see a low 10 possibly. We've had a couple guys who are traveling with that series. They've been really fast, and they make for some exciting racing. We have, I think there's 9 or 10 teams out of that group coming up from California. So they're traveling long ways to come here for this weekend. A lot of drivers are really excited about it. The series is kind of revamped the last couple of years. It was kind of dormant, I'd say, but there's some newer blood, some newer cars, some newer drivers, and so we're excited about that.
Anders says the local class of racing will be mixed with a traveling class to create a special event honoring an East Wenatchee legend.
B-mods as well. So this is the Ted Mitchell Modified Showdown. So it mixes in our Rockstar Energy B-mods along with the Freedom mods, which is kind of like the traveling Northwest series based up in the Spokane area. So we're looking at 20 plus modifieds, which makes for a really exciting race. They're their biggest race of the year, 75 laps. And we honor Ted Mitchell. We started that last year. Ted is a great guy who is still around and still going strong and ever, but a guy who is a pioneer of modified racing. And also, why not honor him on the weekend where it's the fastest track? And one of the reasons is he's the guy that paved that track back in 1999. His dad paved the original track back in 1970. So the Mitchell family has a long-standing history of the race, and so we're excited about that. And it's going to be a really good weekend of modified racing. And then on top of that, we also have the Northwest Focus Midgets. So Northwest Focus Midgets, they're coming for the 3rd time this year now, and they're always fun to watch. Great racing with them and exciting racing. So 4 open wheel racing divisions all in one place.
After practice tonight, gates will open tomorrow at 4:30. Racing starts at 6 o'clock. You can go to WVSO.com for tickets and more information. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a great weekend.